Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. Now, Archbishop Ole SAPIT appears to be an archbishop who is under siege. Archbishop Ole SAPIT was interviewed in TV47, and during the interview, Archbishop was forced to explain whether he knew at the time he was during the Bomas crisis, whether he knew that Ruto had won or Raila was the one who had won. So in his response, the Archbishop said that Kenyans have been castigating him, but he did not know who had won at the time he was praying for the nation.
Where you prayed for the current president.
Yes.
He was president-elect then.
Yes, yes.
And during the announcements or the announcement of the results at Bomas.
So I want us to go to this explosive interview by TV47 when they hosted Ole SAPIT on that show, and where they happened to have cornered Ole SAPIT to publicly declare whether he knew who had won. So this is a very interesting topic, especially coming from Ole SAPIT. And you know, recently we did another analysis regarding the issue of don't open servers, because it's the same person who said we don't want to see that server. So I want us to, be bold in this analysis, and also I will expect you to please comment below the comment section, because this one we must talk about it extensively. So before we continue, please, I'd like to kindly request you to take one of your seconds, go there and like this video. It's so important if you like this video, because YouTube will now share this video to so many people so that many people can watch and many people can come on board and subscribe to our channel. And if you are watching this channel, please, and you've not subscribed, please take 1 second and subscribe. The button written subscribe down there. Thank you so much for your support. We weren't aware who was going to be announced at Bomas. That is the response that Ole SAPIT, Archbishop Ole SAPIT, gave.
Where you prayed for the current president.
Yes.
He was president-elect then.
Yes, yes.
And during the announcements or the announcement of the results at Bomas. Is it something you were aware of, or it's something which happened by chance? Because I know Kenyans have been waiting to hear this.
Yes, but I've already said in the media one time. Actually, for us, we just offered ourselves to go and pray for Kenya at this transition period. We saw Bomas being prepared, and we saw the preparation underway, and we called to say, can we come in and offer prayers before any announcement? And the IEBC allowed us to come in, and we drove into Bomas, and now the fracas happened. We were not aware ourselves who was going to be announced. It was at that moment after the fracas, and when we came back and everything settled, and we had a beautiful choir that was singing all through, that we saw even the entirety of the people in Bomas. I don't know where they changed, and everything turned yellow.
You were bashed so much about this. Do you regret about it?
No, I don't regret, because I was there to pray for the nation. Even if it was Raila who won, I was still there to pray for the nation.
These days, men of God are fond of lying. Sometimes they tell the truth, sometimes they tell a lie. In this context, I don't believe in what the Archbishop is saying. The Archbishop says that he did not know who had won, and he all of a sudden realized that people were in yellow. He never knew. So then the question is, whom did he call? That is another thing that he has not explained in his response. Whom did he call? Did he call CHEBUKATI? And if you call CHEBUKATI, CHEBUKATI could have talked to him about some other issues. So whom did he call? Did he call Marjan? Did he call Gulie, Boyamon? Did he call? Because of course, he couldn't have called Cherera. Or did he call Cherera? Or what if he could have called Cherera? Because Cherera was now involved in the communication part. Why didn't he call Cherera? So I'm looking at this statement from Archbishop Ole SAPIT. Of course, to be honest, I have respect for all men of God. All of them. But these days, pastors and archbishops have ruined the church. They have politicized everything until now people look at them as common people. People who are, some people say that some of these people are useless. I won't want to say the men of God are useless. They are useful, but they are taking advantage of people, of citizens, of very, very innocent citizens. They are taking advantage of them to make money. So in this context of the bombers of Kenya, well, maybe the Archbishop could be right, but let's just say he didn't know. But let's look at this the event, how these events unfolded. I was watching bombers, by the way, the proceedings. Then all of a sudden, I just saw the Archbishop there, standing there. There was choir all of a sudden. On one point, I want to believe what the Archbishop is saying, but on their second thought, I look at the Archbishop suspiciously because personally, he must have known who Chebukati was going to announce the winner. First of all, before he even told who the winner was, already the way people had sat there, because let's just take, for example, it's a music contest. You people have performed in a music contest. And now the judge is supposed to announce the winners. So you are always allowed to, all of you, to sit there. Sit there. One by one, your names are pronounced. Third runners up, second runners up, first runners up, and then finally the winner. Then you come one by one and receive your trophies. But in this particular scenario, that was not the case. Mind you, we know very well that the person who sat there was William Ruto. The expectation was that he could have sat the other side so that Chebukati had pronounced Majina, Aite, who is the winner, then Hajachukue certificate. But he had sat the other side. And if you look at the commotion that was there, it was already evident that something had already been communicated. So the Archbishop cannot purport to say that he did not know who the winner was at that particular time. He knew. Personally, I feel he knew. But you see, he has to vindicate himself from this blame, because people have been saying that he knew something, that he was part and parcel of the other side, the Kenya Kwanza side. And that's why you find that there was a reaction that Raila Odinga gave, days after. And the reaction was on Ole SAPIT. So, and also, if you look at what happened after that bombers event, Ole SAPIT was kind of, if you look at the interviews that he used to attend, he was kind of alikuwa anajishuku in a way, yeah. Alikuwa anajishuku in a way. I used to see him. In fact, I think it was in a JK live. I saw him there. Alikuwa anakaa kama anajishuku. So mtu akijishuku, of course, unajua. So the same Ole SAPIT, the same person who said, we don't want these servers to be open because they will shock us and they will cause chaos. So don't open the servers. If he was someone who wanted to know the truth and for the national healing, he could have said, let's open the servers, let's order this thing so that we can have national healing. Because even if you open the servers, it will not undo the fact that Chebukati had already given a win to someone, and that is the sitting president. It will not undo that, but it will seek to heal the wound by exposing the problems so that people can know where the problem was, so that they can fix. How do you fix a problem if you don't know where the problem has emanated from? So you first of all must establish where this problem comes from, so that you can find a solution to the problem. So this fact that Ole SAPIT said no opening of servers, we don't want to know the truth. There are wounds already, which it will open wounds. That was not a mature way of addressing it. Personally, I think the best thing was to open the servers, audit them, establish the truth. Then we can know that in future how we address this issue. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to raise my case there, but personally, I'd like you to react below the comment section whether you think Ole SAPIT is telling the truth by saying that he did not know who the winner was at the time he was praying for the nation. Everybody knew before even Chebukati pronounced the winner that who was actually the winner. That is something that everybody, that's why you find that the people like Ole Kina were fighting. They were fighting because they had already known what Chebukati was going to announce. So perhaps if you're watching this video and do not subscribe, please take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. Until you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.